Hi guys, Random here, back with another Tutorial Tuesday. What I thought we'd look at today is ammunition choice. Now this can make a big difference in how big a score you get in the game. There's a couple of reasons for this. First of all, armour. Now I want you to imagine having a pea shooter and going up to the walls of a castle and going pew 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 with your pea shooter. How successful do you think you'll be? Probably not very. So there's no point in using the guns on, say, a destroyer, which are teeny tiny, if you're going up against something like a battleship, which is covered in armour. So that doesn't mean you don't use them altogether. I'll get into that. But don't expect great results. Okay, lots of armour, tiny guns. You can see the problem. So, how do we get round that in this game? Well, in this game we have two types of ammunition. You have armour piercing, which does what it says, pierces armour if it can get through it. And high explosive, which explodes highly. Yeah. Your high explosive has a chance of starting a fire. So if you look here, you can hover over your main battery and you can see just about halfway down it says chance of fire on target caused by HE shell. That's a high explosive shell, 8%. So that gives you a 8% chance per shell that hits of starting a fire. That can be quite effective. If a ship's looking at you like this and you're shooting at it, if you're in a battleship and you're shooting a cruiser, you can use armour piercing. You've got a good chance of piercing their armour and hitting the vital parts of the ship, like the magazine or the engine room. That'll work quite nicely. If you're in a cruiser, looking at a cruiser, chances are their armour might deflect it. Okay, not guaranteed, but they might. So you might be better off using high explosive for that. If a cruiser's going past you like this, and you're in a cruiser, or a battleship, or even a destroyer, use your armour piercing because you'll do more damage. High explosive has got a chance of starting a fire, but high explosive is like a, how can we put it? It's loss adjusted, if you like. You fire your high explosive, it hits, and it will tell you that your high explosive shell's maximum damage is 200. It isn't. Your maximum damage on a high explosive shell, if it penetrates, is 200. If it just hits and explodes, it might only be 200. So you need to understand that there is a guaranteed damage if you hit, but not a large damage, if that makes any sense. You'll only get small damage returns from high explosive generally. So, how can we demonstrate this? Well, the best way to demonstrate it is to take this, which is the Tier 3 French cruiser Friant, into a game. Now, the French cruisers don't have particularly good armour. It's a bit thin. So if you're up against something big, you might see the effects that I'm talking about of a battleship maybe getting vital damage on us while we're pointing at them. With cruisers we might be okay, we might be able to deflect some armour piercing, but we will have the high explosive. So the easiest way to do this is to jump into a game and show you. So I'm going into a co-op game. It's low tier matches. Don't expect too much skill from your teammates down in these lower tiers. I've tried to record a few videos today, and yeah, I've been torpedoed, rammed, shot. It's been amusing. So, here we are, down at tier 3 with tier 4 ships. So we are bottom tier. We have the Nassau, the Kawachi, and the Langley there. And we've got the tier 4 Duguay Trois, the Saint Louis, the Friant, and a Wakataki there. So 1 destroyer, 1 aircraft carrier, 2 battleships.
Good luck, everyone.
So we're going to swing ourselves just over here. We've got the Duguay Trois on there. That's the tier 4 French cruiser. I don't want to cut him up, so I'm just going to back off the throttle and let him go by. And we do have a Nassau there. So hopefully he will. I think it's going to be a gentleman's deadlock. And we'll wait for the Nassau. Now, we don't have consumables on this boat, really. We've got a repair party and we have some torpedoes. So what my aim is to try and get up over here somewhere, so I can partly use that island maybe, or I could support the Nassau here, bearing in mind we do have an aircraft carrier and cruisers generally have better anti-air. So important thing number 1, don't be at the front if you can help it. That's where your destroyers should be. No, don't always go that way. You can see the Wakataki there is probably going to have a encounter with those torpedo bombers. They're heading towards each other. He should be able to, if he's turning, he should hopefully be able to get away with that. Yeah, he's fine. So, looks like the Nassau is engaged, which means the Friant will likely engage him. And you can see there the yellow shells coming in, which are high explosive. So we're going to put some shots down on this Friant, hopefully land a few. Yeah, not too bad. And then I'm going to turn in towards him, try and get some more shots on him. And yeah, again, not too bad, but he is presenting a lovely broadside there, isn't he? So I'm going to fire off this round of high explosive, and yeah, 1320 damage that was. Let's see what we get with the armour piercing. Lovely grouping on those shells. Yeah, that was 1080. Not as much as I would have hoped for, but not too terrible. Let's try again. 1142. I would have hoped to see more damage out of those. But again, you're dealing with this French armour, and the French armour is very thin. So it's not surprising if we are getting over penetrations. Let's see if we can get some in the middle of the ship. Yeah, that wasn't bad. It was about 2200 in total there. And with any luck, we should be able to finish him off. Oh, somebody else finished him, but that's fine. We've got a Nassau here. We do have torpedoes on this ship. Be silly not to use them, really. So let's turn in. So our Nassau has got nice clear line of sight to him. There he is there, look. And we will get those torps away. Yeah, we got some in there. That hopefully will finish him. And we might be able to do this with the guns if they come round in time. There we go. Top's got there in the end. So we're on fire, we're going to repair it. Now then, the St. Louis. This boat is an oddity. It's an oddity because the armour on it is exceptionally good. You see there, 2052, not terrible, but I would have expected slightly more on a tier 3. So the St. Louis there, I mean, you can see he's ablaze. He is giving us a broadside, so we are going to use armour piercing. Only 891 there, not great. Then we've got the old Dugo Truan there coming in for a cheeky torp run. He's probably going to get the kill. There we go. Right, Kawachi. Now then, Kawachi is a battleship. So let's put some shells down and see if we can get some hits, and then we'll see just above the minimap what happens. Now you see there I've got 1 penetration and 1 shell shatter. Now the reason we got the penetration is because we're firing from so far away. If you look at the angle the shells are hitting, or not hitting in that case, they're hitting the deck armour. They're not hitting the actual ship itself at the side. So we are getting some penetration damage. That's worth remembering because it can make a difference to the way I'm going to say that guy is going to get finished off over there, and I'm going to get my guns turned around for the Langley. So yeah, that guy over there is getting shells raining directly down on his deck. Now that can we get anything over the island? Probably not. No. Yeah, so the shells coming directly down onto his deck are likely to cause penetration damage, especially down at these lower tiers. It does look like that Langley has kind of beached himself, but I have a feeling he'll try and pull out over here on this side. If our chappie doesn't cap, then we might be able to get some shots in. But it could well be that he'll cap before we get there. He's 3/4 of the way there, and I don't think the Langley's got any ships left. Any ship planes. So let's see what we can do here. There he is. Let's see if we can get any shots into him. Just under the smokestacks is a good place to aim, because that generally is where the citadel is. That and under the guns, but an aircraft carrier doesn't have gun turrets, of course. Whoa! 10,000 there. Beautiful. And I think that whack attack has probably got him. Oh, yeah, there we go. So that's ammunition choice. It's pretty essential if you want to get a decent damage figure, to shoot the right type of ammunition. You can change it with 1 and 2 on the number pad, or the top row, you know, number keys, they're the ones. But for a tier 3 boat, we got 70,278 damage. That's a lot for a tier 3 match. We got 59 target hits, 5 torpedo hits, 1 incapacitation, 1 boat sunk. We caused flooding once, 6 citadels, 1 secondary hit. It's kind of a consolation prize. 41,459 credits, 605 XP, 31 free XP. Let's have a look, and you'll see there we're at the top. Why? Because we used the right ammunition. Wakatake there with his torpedoes, he pulled up quite close in second place. Again, the Langley, lots of torpedoes. This guy in the Freant, he's in the same boat. Why did we do better? Because we chose the right ammunition. Let's have a look at the detailed report there. You see the Nassau, we got lovely amounts of damage on. Damage caused was mainly with the torpedoes, which is lovely. That one there, armour piercing shells all day long. This one, you see the difference there between the high explosive and the armour piercing. Because it's got thin armour, high explosive could well have been better. So I might have got a higher score had I stuck with the high explosive. Who knows? With this one, armour piercing and the Kawachi, just because we were firing from miles away, yeah, we got some armour piercing damage on him. Credits and XP, let's have a look. Take home 37,761 with the premium, and a nice 605 on the Commander XP and the ship XP there. So, I do hope that that helps you to improve your game, and that you don't just stick with the one type of ammunition, because it can really make a difference. Fires are very attractive, but they're slow tick damage. If you can get 10,000 damage in a tier 3 French cruiser, can you imagine what you can get in a tier 6 battleship? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Let me know if there's anything else you would like to see a tutorial on. Don't forget, if you did like the video, then the like button is there and would love a tickle. If you're new to the channel and would like to see more, then why not drop a subscription? And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. But I think that's quite enough from me for now, so thank you ever so much for watching, guys. But for now, it's Captain Random signing off. Take care, and I'll see you again in the next one.